Hey everybody, it's Steve, and welcome to the 12 Days of Soul Care Storytelling Edition. I love stories, I love reading stories, I love listening to stories, I love movies. I recently read about the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger, and this is on my phone, it popped up in my phone, so it must be true. Arnold Schwarzenegger has been cast in a biopic about a composer, and in an interview, he said, "I'll be back," which I think sounds awesome. I don't care what story he's in. I loved him in Jingle All the Way. So if he's in a story, I want to hear about it, or I want to watch it. Now, God himself gives us so much in his word. I mean, he gives us truth. He gives it in the form of doctrine, of teaching, of the law and the prophets, in poetry and in story. Because he knows that we are not robots. We are humans with emotions. We're conflicted. We make emotional decisions. We do make decisions, sometimes good, sometimes not so good. We need to be taught what to think about and what's true, and also have it shown to us. So we get the story of Mary and Joseph. And we know very little about their backstory. But we do know that when God enters their story, he disrupts them. And he disrupts their life. And Mary, it says, was greatly troubled, right? By what the angel had to say about what was going to happen next. And Joseph was conflicted, and he thought that he should divorce his fiancée. And the angel had to say to him, "Don't be afraid to take Mary." Why? Because he was afraid. There's so much emotion in the Christmas story. There's so much negative emotion. And then God speaking peace and giving guidance. You know what? There's so much in story for you and for me and for your soul. And so in our 12 days, we'll encourage you to consider stories in Scripture and stories in your life. I'm wondering, even as we think about it, what 2022 might have been about for you. What have been some of the lessons learned or unlearned? Who have been your adversaries? Who have been your allies? How have you been transformed? What's it all about? And then as you look into a new year, I wonder, what are you anxious about? What's got you upset? What are you feeling you really need to pay attention to and to change? So the 12 days can help you to be reflective about where you've been and to be intentional about where you're going. And maybe perhaps most of all, to be reflective of where you are. To look around you, to look within you, and to savor these days. This is the holiday season. The 12 days are not the 12 days of Christmas. They're the 12 days of soul care. So there will be some days, you'll have some videos that you watch before the Christmas holiday, some between Christmas and New Year's Day, and some in January. These videos will drop every couple of days or so. And they're intended to be a bridge from this year to next, and to get you pondering and reflecting and prioritizing and living intentionally with one particular goal that I have in mind, and that is your joy. I really want you to have joy in your life and in your leadership. But that requires some reflection. That requires some intentionality. That requires nurturing your soul. So that's what we'll do together. I look forward to being with you over the next several days or weeks. And I hope that this is an encouraging journey for you. Thanks so much. Feel free to share these videos with anybody you might like to. Take care, and we'll see you on the flippity flip. Bye-bye.